Hello friends, it's Miss Jamie and I'm so happy to see you today for a new lesson of virtual preschool all about polar animals. Let's start like we always do with a song from Miss Nancy. This week we're singing Side to Side. Will you sing with me? Here she is.
This is Side to Side from The Seasons. Let's go side to side, side to side, side to side, and side to side, side to side, side to side. Go side to side. Now go in and out. Go in and out. In and out. Go in and out. And in and out. Go in and out. In and out. Go in and out. And now go round and around like this. Round and round. Round and round. Go round and round. And go the other way. Go around and round. Round and round. Go round and around. And now let's bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. And a bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. Go bounce, bounce, bounce. And side to side again. Side to side. Side to side. Go side to side and side to side. Side to side. Side to side. Go side to side and side to side.
Thanks, Miss Nancy. Would you like to help me wake up Betsy? Call her. 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, where are you? Hey, Betsy, come on out and say hello to our friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, Betsy. How are you? Hello, Miss Jamie. How are you? We're so glad to see you. Here, here. We're all here. Here, here. We're all here. Here, here. We're all here. We're all here together. Yay! And Betsy, do you remember what we're learning about this week? Friends, do you remember? I reminded you at the beginning. Polar animals. Can you say that? Say polar animals. Well done. And polar animals, you might remember, are the animals that live in the cold regions near the North Pole on the Earth and the South Pole on the Earth. This is a little globe. It's a little model of what the Earth looks like. The colorful parts, the green and orange and red and yellow, those are the land. And there are different continents and countries. And the blue parts are the ocean. Today, we're going to talk about the animals who live in the oceans near the poles. Some animals like the icy cold ocean water in the Arctic region and around Antarctica on the South Pole. So today we're going to learn about those animals, mostly seals and whales that really like the ocean, the cold polar ocean areas of Earth. I have 2 pictures to show you. This one is a seal. Do you see that seal? Have you ever seen a seal? Maybe at a zoo or on TV? Seals have this layer of fat. Their skin is really super thick because underneath they have this layer called blubber. That's kind of a fun word. Can you say it? Say blubber. And the blubber keeps them warm. It protects them from the cold air. The seals always sort of lay on their bellies like this. We looked at this seal yesterday when we were talking about polar bears, didn't we? They lay on their tummies like this. And they have to watch out for polar bears and whales that like to eat them for lunch. And this kind of a whale, what color is it? White, yes. Do you know what it's called? Do you know? It's a beluga whale. A beluga is a white whale that likes the icy cold waters of the Arctic and the Antarctic oceans. And beluga whales are very social. They like to be around other beluga whales. They travel in groups of beluga whales called pods, and they're bright white to blend in with the ice and the snow, right? Bright white beluga whales. We're going to think about the animals in the North Pole Arctic region and the South Pole Antarctic region and do a sorting activity. Sorting means when we think about something and we think, is it more like this or that? We do a lot of sorting together, and I know you're really good at it. In this sort, we're going to sort animals that like to live on the land and animals that like water. I have some of the water animals here. Do you know what this one is? An orca whale or a killer whale. It's black on the top and white on the bottom because when it's swimming, if an animal is looking down, the black blends in with the water, and from underneath, the white blends in with the sun. And so it blends in, it's camouflaged in the ocean. Here's that whale that I just showed you the picture of. Do you remember its name? It starts with a B. Beluga whale. Yes, beluga whale. And I have some seals here too. You see these seals? This is an Arctic seal and a harp seal, I think is this one. And these animals all like the cold, icy regions. Let's look at some pictures and I want you to tell me, you have to shout it really loud. Does the animal like land or water? So you're going to shout land or water. Can you do that? Here's the first one. A shark. Does the shark like to live in land or water? Tell me. Water. Yes, the shark lives in water for sure. How about this one? An Arctic fox. Does the Arctic fox like to live on land or water? Land. Yes, you're so good at sorting. Let's look at another one. This is the beluga whale. Does the beluga whale like to live on land or water? Say it. Say water. Yes, the beluga whale swims in the water. Well done. Here's another one. This is the reindeer that likes to live up in the Arctic region. Does the reindeer prefer land or water? Tell me. Say land. Yes, the reindeer lives on land. You're right. Should we try another one? The snowy owl. Does the snowy owl like land or water? Land. I can hear you. You're doing a wonderful job sorting. I like how your brain works. What about a dolphin? Does the dolphin like land or water? Water. Yes, of course. It swims in the water. Let's do two more. Do you remember this one from our Arctic Animals Day? It's a walrus. Yes. Does the walrus like land or water? It can swim in the water. You're right, that's tricky. Walruses can swim, but for most of their day, do they like to sit on the land or the water? This is a tricky one, you're right, because if they're hiding from the polar bears, they might get in the water. And if they're hiding from the whales, they might go on land. Let's put them on land. That's a tricky one. There are some that animals can go in both places, right? Let's do one more. This is an interesting kind of, I don't know if it's a dolphin. It has a horn on its nose, like a rhinoceros or a unicorn. This is called a narwhal. Can you say narwhal? And do you see it has fins and a tail? Do you think the narwhal likes land or likes water? What do you think? Water. Yes, the narwhal definitely likes to swim in the icy water. He's hard to see down there, isn't he? Come here, little narwhal. Maybe I'll put him up like this so that we can see him and see the killer whale. Well, isn't that fun to think about all of the animals that are in that icy water? We're going to pretend to be beluga whales. Do you think you can stand up where you are and pretend to be a beluga whale? Put on your big beluga smile and get your beluga flippers. And we're going to do this. You put your flipper in, like the hokey pokey. Can you do it? You put your flipper out. You put your flipper in and you shake it all about. You do the beluga pokey and you swim yourself around. That's what it's all about. Good. What other part could we put in? We could put in, this is the fluke. Can you pretend like your feet are the fluke or the tail? You put your fluke in, you put your fluke out, you put your fluke. Can you do it? Jump in and you shake it all about. Now be a beluga. Let's turn around. You do the beluga pokey and you swim yourself around. That's what it's all about. What other parts could we put into the beluga pokey? Do you know the beluga up on the top of its head has a hole like a dolphin or a whale? And that's how the beluga breathes. It has to go up to the top of the ocean and take a breath right through this blowhole. Can you pretend like there's a blowhole on top of your head? Are you a beluga? Ready? You put your blowhole in, you put your blowhole out, you put your blowhole in and you shake it all about. Do the beluga pokey and you swim yourself around. That's what it's all about. And do you know what this mouth part of a beluga is called? It has sort of a funny name, almost like a bird name. This is called the beluga's beak. It's not a bird though. It's a mammal, an ocean mammal. But we'll pretend like this is your beluga's beak. Can you put your mouth in like a beluga's beak? You put your beak in, you put your beak out, you put your beak in and you shake it all about. Do the beluga pokey and you swim yourself around. That's what it's all about. Okay, get your whole beluga body ready. You put your whole beluga in. Can you jump in or swim in like a beluga? You put your whole beluga self out. You put your whole self in and you shake it all about. Do the beluga pokey and you swim yourself around. That's what it's all about. Good job. It's fun to pretend like we're different animals. You could swim around like this and say, I'm a beluga. And then breathe through your blowhole up on top. I like to pretend with you. Now we're going to put our thinking caps on. Maybe put your thinking cap up here on top of your blowhole for your beluga. I have 4 different Arctic animals to show you, and we are going to do the grid game. So we're going to think about the patterns and try to figure out which one is missing. Let's put them up here first. The first pictures are all purple. So we have a purple polar bear. Can you say them? Purple reindeer. Well done. Purple Arctic hare. Remember that word for rabbit? Arctic hare. And a purple beluga. And we have the same pictures in blue. There's a blue polar bear and a blue reindeer. Oops. I could tell the pattern was off. And a blue Arctic hare and a blue beluga. Can you say that? Say blue beluga. And we have yellow, say it, polar bear and a yellow reindeer. You're smart. And a yellow Arctic hare. Good. And a yellow beluga. We have them in red. Say red polar bear, red reindeer, red Arctic hare, and a red beluga. And we have the last color, which is green. There's a green polar bear and a green reindeer and a green Arctic hare and a green beluga. What do you notice about the pictures that are in the same row? These are all the same color. Yes, the rows are the same color. And then look at the columns. The columns all have the same picture. So if your brain is thinking colors, pictures, and I ask you, no peeking, to peek over here at our land water sort. And if I take one away, can you figure out which picture is missing? Which color is it? Yellow, good. And which picture is missing? It's the yellow rabbit. Do you remember the word for the Arctic rabbit? It's called the Arctic hare. Yes, the yellow Arctic hare. Give your brain a kiss. Mwah! Brain. Ooh, that was good thinking and good words. No peeking. Let's try it again. I'm going to take away a picture. Can you figure out which one is missing? First think, what color is it? Yes, it's red. And which picture is missing? It's the red. Yes, you said it. I could hear you. It's the red reindeer. Oh, brain, you're so smart. You did a wonderful job with that. Should we try one more? Okay, no peeking. Miss Jamie's going to pick a hard one this time. One of the pictures is missing. Can you figure out which one is missing? Do you see where it's missing from? Up there in the corner. Good. Which color is missing? Miss Jamie's favorite color. And which animal, which picture is missing? It's the purple beluga. Yes, the purple beluga. 2 kisses for your smart brain. Mwah, brain, mwah, brain. You're so smart up there helping me think and figure out problems and riddles like that. Well done. I have a book for you today called Hello, Baby Beluga. And this is a different kind of book than we usually read. This is what we call a non-fiction book. That means it's not a story. It has real facts, real information about baby beluga whales. The author of this book is Darrin Lunde, and the illustrations, that means the pictures, are by Patricia J. Wynn. It's called Hello, Baby Beluga. Let's look at the title page. Hello, Baby Beluga. In this story, each page, we can ask the baby beluga a question, and it will tell us the information, the facts about baby beluga whales. Let's learn more. Hello, swimming animal. What is your name? And the beluga says, my name is Baby Beluga. I'm a kind of whale. Baby Beluga, what do you look like? And the baby says, I am 5 feet long. My skin is dark gray. It will turn white like my mother's when I am older. Baby Beluga, where do you live? I live in the Arctic Ocean. I like cold water. Baby Beluga, how do you live in the cold water? I have a layer of fat to keep me warm. I breathe through a hole on top of my head. Do you remember what that's called? That's the blowhole, right? And do you remember what the fat is called? Blubber. You do remember all of those facts. Baby Beluga, do you make any sounds? I make many sounds. I can chirp like a bird and moo like a cow. I can make a loud whistling sound. Baby Beluga, what do you eat? I eat shrimp, squid, clams, crabs, and small fish. I also drink milk from my mother. Baby Beluga, what do you fear? I am afraid of orca whales and polar bears. They try to eat me. Orca whales and polar bears are the predators. That means they're always looking for smaller animals in the Arctic to eat. Baby Beluga, do you live alone? I live with a large pod of other belugas. I stay close to my mother and other belugas my age. Can you find the 3 baby belugas? They're gray, not white like the adults. Look, 1, 2, 3 baby belugas. Baby Beluga, how do you sleep? I float on the water. I do not sleep deeply. Good night, Baby Beluga. You see the whole pod of beluga whales? And then the last 2 pages have more information. They say, beluga babies are called calves. They can swim as soon as they are born. Adult beluga whales can grow to 16 feet long. They can hold their breath for more than 10 minutes. Beluga whales are very flexible. They can turn their head from side to side. They can swim backwards and upside down. Beluga whales sleep for 8 hours each day. They never fully sleep though. Parts of their brain sleep while other parts stay awake. That's different than people, isn't it? When we go to sleep, our whole brain pretty much goes to sleep. The end. It's fun to read books to learn more facts and information about animals and things that we're interested in. Non-fiction books like this one are fun to check out at the library so that you can learn more things about different topics that interest you. Did you like this book? Me too. I have a fun home project for you. It's sort of an easy one that I know you will have all the supplies for. Let me see if I can get it all over here. There we go. Okay. We learned that the animals near the Arctic and Antarctic regions who live in the ocean like the ice and the cold water. So today we're going to be scientists and learn more about ice. So what I have here is some ice cubes. So I'm going to take some ice cubes out. Oh, my ice cubes are all melted together. And I'm going to put them on a plate or a tray. You can do it however you have it at home, or a bowl, whatever you have at home. And we're going to try to figure out what is the fastest way to melt the ice. So what a scientist does is a scientist tries to think of different ideas, different predictions for how to do something. Like we might think, well, I could melt the ice, or I could make the ice go away if I hammer it really hard. Or maybe if I put hot water on it. So I brought some hot water. Can you think of any other ways that you might make the ice melt? Maybe you could hold it in your hands and try to make it drip and melt away. But you can think of all the different ideas that you have and then test out your ideas, test out your predictions. So one prediction might be to try to hammer it and break the ice. That might be one way to try it. You might try dripping some hot water onto your ice. Let's see if I can drip some hot water and see if it will melt. And here's another idea. If you have some salt from a salt shaker, you could sprinkle that on your ice and watch it. And then notice which way is the fastest way to melt the ice cubes. Is it fastest to hammer them or put hot water on your ice cubes? Or maybe to sprinkle some salt on the ice cubes? What is the fastest way to melt them? Maybe you have another idea other than hot water or salt or a hammer. You can try out your ideas. That's what scientists do. They make a prediction and then they experiment. They do a test. If you do this experiment at home, I would love to find out what you decided. What's the fastest way to get the ice to melt? Will you share that with me? I would love to know. Well, friends, we have learned a lot about the ocean animals that live in the cold water, like whales and seals and belugas and even a narwhal. But now it's time for us to get Betsy back and sing goodbye. Can you help me call for her? 1, 2, 3, say, Betsy, come back. Come on, Betsy. Hello, friends. Oh, I like those beluga whales. They kind of look like swimming marshmallows, don't they? They're so cute. Now it's time for us to sing goodbye to our friends. Preschool time is over now, over now, over now. Preschool time is over now for another day. Wave goodbye to all of our friends, all of our friends, all of our friends. Wave goodbye to all of our friends. It's time to stay home and play. Hip, hip, hooray! Do you have any birdseed for Betsy? She would love if you have a big pocket full of birdseed to throw to her. While you're getting it out, I'll show you that your play pack looks like this. It has some fun ideas and a video of a beluga whale, so you could watch it maybe on your computer and see what the beluga whale looks like in real life. Okay, Betsy's hungry. Ready for birdseed? 1, 2, 3, throw it this way. Thank you for the birdseed. If you'd like a kiss, hold your hand out like this. Betsy will throw it to you. Catch it. Stick it to your cheek. Give yourself a big hug from Miss Jamie and Betsy. We think you're so smart and creative, and we love doing school with you every day. See you soon, friends. Bye-bye.